Hello?
Sure.
I think the friends in Tanzania are in.
That's other.
Sæll vinur minn.
Sjáðu þig.
Ég er svona að reyna að komast inn í þetta. Það var smá leit. Já, góðan dag.
Já, góðan dag. Frábært að hafa þig hérna á fundinum.
Ég þakka þér fyrir, sömuleiðis, gott að sjá þig.
Já, sömuleiðis.
Velkomin, Hörður.
Takk fyrir. Hver er það?
Ég er Ragnar.
Ragnar? Já, mér fannst það röddin kunnuleg.
Já, gott að hafa þig.
Já. Julius.
Morning.
Buenos días a todos, buenos días.
Hola. Hola, Pralpan.
Hola, Ceci.
Hi, Dorothy.
Hola, Ceci.
I just see you now on screen.
Hola, Ceci.
Hello.
Okay.
Ok.
101.
Sí.
Sí.
Más los amigos de Tanzania que están en grupo.
Sí, claro.
Buen número.
Más de 30 de allá.
Hello, Dorothy. Esther, hi.
Hæ, Ragnar. Er þetta alltaf hefjast eða?
Já, við erum svona við gefum vanlega svona upp undir 15 mínútur að fólk koma og mæta. Og svo hefst bara svona hefbundið prógram.
Ok.
Og Bala...
Ég læt stjórna mér aðeins í þessu öllu saman. Ég veit ekki. Ég hef ekki gert svona í mörg ár, sko.
Nei. Bara besta mál. Það getur verið gott að hérna bara að mjúta sig þegar að inn á milli, nema þegar maður vill tala.
Já, ok, já. Ég kannast við það. Búin að finna þann takka. Hvað verða margir, veistu það?
Það hátt í 200 manns búin að skrá sig, en mjög víða eru, til dæmis í Tansaníu, þar eru bara eiginlega...
Hello, my friends, hello.
Hello.
Starting very soon.
Það eru 2 símar en kannski 30 manns sko mættir, skilur. Það víða þannig hópa.
Yes, friends in Iceland, we'll be starting very soon. We will just give a few technical instructions before we start. So please, we will do the meeting today in 3 languages. So we will speak mostly English here in the main room, but also French and Spanish.
Right.
So whoever doesn't understand what is being said has availability of translations into either one of these 3 languages. To access the translation, you need to go to the bottom of your screen. You will see a globe there with that looks just like a globe, and then you can set interpretation, and you can select one of these 3 languages, and you will hear the translators speak whatever is being said in the main room in these respective languages. So I'm going to repeat this instruction in Spanish, and then David will do the same instruction in French. And after that, we ask anyone who doesn't understand what's being said here to go to their respective language that they want to listen in. Hola amigos, estamos dando una instrucción técnica antes de empezar. La reunión hoy va a tener 3 idiomas, el inglés, el español y el francés. En la sala principal vamos a hablar mayoritariamente inglés, pero también español y francés. Y para entender lo que se está diciendo en la sala principal, si alguien no entiende uno de esos 3 idiomas, puede ir a la traducción. Es un icono chico abajo de vuestras pantallas que parece un globo terrestre y ahí dice interpretación o traducción, no sé cómo está en vuestra pantalla, y pueden elegir uno de los 3 idiomas de hoy. Entonces, si no entienden algún idioma que se habla en la sala principal, eligen su idioma en este botón de interpretación. David, maybe you can say that in French, and then we'll be ready to start.
Bonjour, bienvenue à la réunion aujourd'hui et juste quelques informations techniques. En bas de votre fenêtre, vous avez des petites illustrations et pour aujourd'hui, nous allons avoir 3 interprétations en anglais, en français et en espagnol. Donc, vous pouvez choisir en bas dans le globe, en bas, la langue qui vous est le plus facile pour comprendre la réunion aujourd'hui, qui va être traduite en français, en anglais et en espagnol. Voilà, bonne réunion et merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup, David. So we'll give just 10 seconds for everyone to locate the button and to go to their booth. And then we'll be ready to start. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining. We are starting our 3rd assembly of the World Humanist Forum. As you maybe know already, and for those who don't know yet, the forum is basically an international global ambit that is pursuing a more just world through the convergence of discussions and actions from all cultures in the world. So we are very happy today to have participants from all continents and joining this effort of building this forum. The forum is not a ready product. It's something that's under construction. So thank you, everyone, and we hope to get your contributions towards building this forum. I will quickly show I'm sorry, I will be muting if there is some intervention that is not related directly to our discussions. I'm going to quickly show you the program of today before handing the word over to Julius to do the opening ceremony that we prepared for today. So this, I think it should be on your screen now, the program for today. And so we have a first part that I'm doing myself. We are giving a brief introduction and technical details. Then, as I said, Julius will be guiding us through an opening ceremony. We are only 4 minutes late, which is not too bad so far. And then we will have the introduction of new thematic tables. We have currently around 15 active thematic tables, but there are 2 new ones. And Rose will introduce these thematic tables, and then Antonio and Meyapan, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing correctly your name, will present the 2 new thematic tables. I think this brings the total list up to 17, maybe around that number of new tables, of thematic tables. And then the main part for today, we will try to give it a full hour of discussion in breakout rooms in your respective thematic tables. So before we join the thematic table, you will have a screen to select where you want to go. David will put it on screen so you can select which thematic table you want to join. And we will give 1 hour of discussion to that. Then we will give around 40 minutes for the tables to come back and present the planned activities. Because the main discussion we suggest in the thematic table is what are the upcoming activities that each table is preparing. And then we will have this presentation. We will ask the table spokesperson to be very concise, since we have so many thematic tables. We need to really keep within the 2 minutes presentation for each table. And finally, Antonio will give some closing remarks. That's basically it for now. So before any further delays, I'm going to hand over the word to Julius to guide the opening ceremony. And then after Julius, the word will go to Rose. I cannot see her here on my screen right now, but I'm sure she's somewhere in the hundreds of participants. And Rose will...
Present.
Very good. Thank you very much, Rose. And she will introduce the thematic tables. Thank you. Over to you, Julius.
Hello, everyone. I feel very happy and privileged to have been handed over by the World Humanist Forum Secretariat to take care of this time of the opening ceremony of our assembly. On this occasion, I will share with you a deeply inspiring experience I had many years ago in Iceland, where I live, in one of my regular morning reflections. I named it, I envision a human world. I envisage a human world. I want to be a humanist, and I have decided to dedicate my life to the meaningful project of humanists all over the world to make it human. I envisage how it will happen. I envisage people all over the world coming together, comparing how they feel, their sorrows, their disappointments, their hopes, their longings, only for a happy life without anguish, misunderstandings, and suffering for themselves and those they care for. I envisage people in all neighborhoods, or schools, or workplaces, in all associations and unions, beginning to compare the longings for a society where people are not running around all over the place seeking unimportant things as a compensation for meaningless and colorless existence.
Recording stopped.
I envisage people discovering when they begin to meet one another, when they begin to
Recording in progress.
Other, that their deepest longing are the same. I envisage how people will discover between them that they want only happiness and freedom for ourselves and those we care for. I envisage people how everything, when it starts to happen, people will discover a surprising force, a surprising common wisdom, happiness and joy. I envisage how people will be able, with this human organization, with this human network of mutual intentions, easily take their destiny, their situation into their own hands. All the knowledge is in the many. All that which is produced and runs the day-to-day world comes from the contribution of the many. It is only so that all the power, all the fountain of greed, all the means of media and influence is in the hands of a few greedy and inconsiderate men of money and power. They have no knowledge, they contribute nothing, and the world runs quite smoothly without them. I envisage how people will easily, without violence and catastrophes, take the power into their own hands. I envisage how people will open a new road, a new history so very unlike the history of mankind so far. I envisage the birth of a real human being. I envisage myself smiling and happy. I envisage my children and my grandchildren sweet and happy, full of joy and meaning, because we have so much to give each other. I envisage a growing number of societies, cities, villages, neighborhoods, and streets where people manage to change the power structure and open the future. I envisage a universal human nation. I envisage a new future. I envisage the people. I envisage a bright, transformed, and human world. I bring this message to all the people I care for, to all the people I know, and to all those I don't know but will come to know, and to all the others. I am ending this ceremony by inviting all of you to join me in a 1-minute silence, imagining together a peaceful world without any violence and any discrimination. And here we go. Us enjoy.
Peace, force, and joy to you too.
Peace, force, and
Peace,
joy
force,
to
and
you
joy.
too.
Paz, fuerza y alegría.
Fuerza y alegría.
Paz, fuerza y alegría.
Paz, fuerza y alegría para
Paz, fuerza y alegría, Julius.
Paz, fuerza y alegría.
Jam dole mbektepe force et joie. À toi, Julius, et à tous.
Peace, force, and joy from India.
And from the Philippines, peace, force, and joy.
Peace, force, and joy from Kenya.
Paix, force, joie. Togo. From Togo.
Paix, force, joie. From Senegal.
Yeah.
Peace, force, and joy from Russia.
Rose, you want to go ahead?
Thank you so much, Remedial, for the opportunity. Okay, my name is Rosemary Onyango from Africa, Kenya, Kisumu. I will give a brief introduction about the thematic tables. The thematic tables are the backbone of the forum, since it is where participation, exchange, and planning of activities take place. The Humanist Forum wants to cultivate and develop best knowledge in relation to the issues facing humanity today. The interest is to disseminate the knowledge to the people so that they can use it to orient their vision in the world.
Yeah.
The thematic tables are as follows. Number 1, education. Number 2, colonization. Number 3, social ecology, economy, and climate change. Number 4, health. Number 5, peace and disarmament. Number 6, against gender violence. Number 7, human rights. Number 8, universal basic income. Number 9, revolution and psychosocial phenomena. Number 10, humanism in different cultures, attitudes, and humanist moments. Number 11, peace in history and history in peace. Number 12, population displacement linked to wars and armed conflicts. The case of Democratic Republic of Congo. Number 13, Citizen Assembly for a Global System Change. Number 14, which is one of the new thematic tables, genocide. Number 15, sports and art for peace and non-violence. The last one, number 16, and one of the also the new thematic tables, personal development. Peace, force, and joy. Thank you.
Thank you, Rose.
Thank you.
Peace, force, and joy. Thank you so much, Rose.
Thank you.
Peace, force, and joy.
As Rose said, there were 2 new thematic tables, so we will give 2 minutes for each to introduce themselves. So that should be Antonio and Meyapan. I'm not sure. I can see Antonio here. I don't know. Maybe you can start,
Yes.
Antonio, and then Meyapan can follow.
Okay. So the table that I'm going to coordinate has to do with personal development. We have always been trained, because the system of education all over the world has been since the beginning of times, is towards the external realities, to the physical world. We are trained to use and to understand the world through our external senses, sight, hearing, and taste, and tactile, etc., etc. And we had to train and dominate and adapt ourselves to the physical world. That seems to be the initial threat, the most important threat. But about other senses, about the internal world, the spiritual world, that seems to be what motivates and gives orientation to the external, there is very little in the education. Religions have played traditionally a certain role in instilling some moral values in people, some you cannot do, based on some ethic that goes changing based on the cultural conditions or the latitude of the particular group that we can be referring to. But in the humanist movement, in universalist humanism, a fundamental priority is given to the personal and simultaneous transformation of the individual, because it's the individual who, through his or her contradictions, creates an internal state of violence that later on expands over the society around and generates the violence as we know it. Therefore, trying to prevent violence in the external world is not sufficient to stop it, as we have plenty of experiences. in these so advanced societies where we can go to the space and other extraordinary things, we are still genociding complete nations, as we are witnesses every day with the Palestinian people, and in complete impunity. And people seems to, of course, there are groups of reaction, but not much happens. So some of our friends said that they were extremely interested in understanding the syllabus of personal development that we proposed. And because of that is that we thought it was appropriate at this stage to initiate a table doing that. Many people don't know exactly what it means, but gradually I suppose that more and more people will be interested and will be able to incorporate things that we, some of the older ones, have been exposed to from the beginning of our process, learning the Silos doctrine and teachings. But the newer generations, they are involved in doing campaigns, in doing concrete activities, in remediate a bit, alleviate suffering in external manners, and they don't have much to contribute because they don't have the formation in the doctrinal aspects regarding the personal change as a simultaneous component. That is what we are trying to initiate, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you.
Thank you, Antonio.
Thank you, Antonio.
Meyapan, are you there? Can you present the table on the new thematic table that you are introducing?
Hello, everyone present here from the various time zones and who identify ourselves as humanists. I propose the thematic table genocide. Although all the thematic tables are equally important, and there was one under the title human rights, and I thought, genocide specifically needs to be discussed and addressed separately, and that is why I proposed the term genocide. And being a legal person myself, an advocate, we have various sides. We have suicide, and then a single person killing a group of people going and lynching a single person. And the mother of all crimes, in my humble view, is a genocide wherein a particular group of people are being, or at least intended of being erased from the face of the earth. And wherever it happens, whether it is Hutu or Tutsi or Kuki or Meiti in India, whether it is Tamil or Sri Lankan Sinhalese in Sri Lanka, or now the one that is going on in the Gaza Strip, wherever it happens, this genocide has to be first properly defined, secondly identified, and most importantly stopped. This genocide has to be stopped. And therefore, we need to define this term genocide, because now people's lives have become numbers, mere numbers. And how many people being killed would, tantamount to genocide itself, is under question. And in my humble view, even if one single person is killed because he or she belongs to a particular group, a particular, a group that speaks a particular language, follows a particular path, even if a single person is killed with the intention to erase that particular group, then that should tantamount, or that should be considered as genocide, and it should be identified and declared so. And the people who are perpetrating such a genocide need to be brought to book and punished so that it does not happen in the future. And we as human beings, as humanists, need to do that immediately, given the fact that we have a live streaming genocide in Gaza going on. So let us discuss this. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you very much.
Yes, thank you, Meyapan. Very clear and very relevant. I will. So we have come to the end of the first part of the introductions. So it's time for us to distribute ourselves in these thematic tables that Rose eloquently presented. I will just ask David, again, I cannot see him again on my screen, but to put, he will soon after I'm done explaining, he will put the list of the tables on your screens. and then you can select the one that you want to join. We will give, I think, 55 minutes, and be aware that the Zoom is very harsh. Sometimes it will interrupt, so be prepared to close within more or less 55 minutes, so we can stay on track with our agenda. So be ready. And also remember to name a spokesperson who will come afterwards, explain what in 2 minutes what the plans are for your table going forward until the next assembly.
Perfect. You.
Yes, thanks. David, can you put the list of tables on the screen? If I need to help some with further explanation. So I can see a screen now. I can first see, I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. I don't know if that's useful, but you should maybe be seeing a list of names of all participants. But if you scroll towards the end, you can see the list of tables.
No, I want people to choose them. I don't want plan next session.
Yes, at the end of the list of names, there is a list of tables, and then there is a button in blue that says join, or it should say something else in other languages.
Yeah, I don't know if I did it on the choose all room.
I think it's all right, David. The education table already has 3 participants.
Hold on, this guy is making a lot of noise.
Yes, if you're not speaking, please, yes, mute. I'm going to mute a few microphones. I'm sorry. If you have anything to say, please raise your hand. Just to avoid
16 rooms.
I can see the education table has 4 people already joined, and then colonial is
good.
1.
Okay, so it's working.
Yes, it's working. Universal basic income has 2 people have joined, so you can all join the different tables.
I don't see the list.
I don't see the list either.
You need to scroll to the end of your. There, you see the list of names.
You see. You need to go all the way to the 3 point and see breaking room.
Breaking room.
Breakout room.
Breakout room.
There. Join breakout room.
Yeah, and you select the one you like.
Yes.
And we will be back here in 52 minutes now, so the time is counting.
Join the breakout room.
Sorry, I can't move to the particular room which I want. How is possible?